Please, I want us to let's do tonight's program with an open heart. With an open heart, and let us open our hearts and let's listen. And I want it to be interactive enough. I do not want to make it look as if it's Maureen alone. I want us to do it together. I welcome my followers, my lovers, and the new one. Thank you, everyone. But tonight's own is about, this is a continuation of what we've been talking in the last 1 week. Yeah, for those of you who are just joining us, who do not know what is going on, a Redeemed Christian Church of God pastor Emmanuel Orekoya, her daughter alleged that her own father, who happens to be a pastor with Redeemed Christian Church of God, alleged that this man, the father, has been molesting her in the last 2 years plus, and the church got to know about it. They didn't do anything until recently. For those of you that didn't, you can see that I said RCCG after suspension, what is next? So it will do us more good if you can do me a favor by sharing it. This case has been on in the last 2 years plus. And the area mommy, I think is Mommy Emovon, I'm calling you out. You know about it. You the only thing you did is you only tell the mom, your mother, your daughter is saying your husband is doing this. Look into it. As the area mommy, because I want every one of us, we are all mothers. And as a church, Redeemed Christian Church of God, apart from this satanic abomination, we know incest is against, even the Bible condemn it, not to talk of. And now as a church, and when you got to know about this satanic manipulation, if the mother did not do anything about it, as the area mommy, I think your constitution of your church, and I want every one of us to listen to what Pastor Adeboye has to say about rape, about molestation, about this type of incident. And it took Redeemed Christian Church of God more than 2 years because of the image of the church. My concern tonight is the image of the church more important than the life of this daughter of Zion. You see, good, this thing is wrong. We always believe, hey, don't say it out, oh, hey, because of the image of the church. Is the image of the church more important than the salvation of her soul? Is the image of the church more important than the abuse that is going on? I want us to look at it holistically tonight. Yes, I came out, I said they are very responsive. It took them, because it's already in the public domain. That was why, because this lady, she has gone to almost 10 places, and they always use money to cover it. They always use something to cover the story. She didn't get the justice she desired. And the abuse continue. The most annoying part of it is that she alleged that on the 16th of this same November, after they've reported the whole thing to Redeemed Christian Church of God, the abuse continued. The father still took advantage of her. Now I want us to look at it in a situation where where both parents has failed to protect their own biological daughter, and the church again has failed woefully, where would this girl run to? Where do you know that another ex-redeemed pastor, a head pastor, this guy was a head pastor with Redeemed Christian Church of God, this guy happens to be their neighbor, molested her again, and the mother got to know. The mother said she should shut up because of the image of the church. Is the image of this church more important than the life of this particular daughter of God? I come tonight, I want us to brainstorm together. And I want, for those of you, this is what Pastor Adeboye said about this type of thing. But they are doing another thing entirely. I'm going to play Baba Adeboye's video first. And because of their image, the father himself need rehabilitation. The mother, this girl's parents, they need help. In as much as, because they are not normal. They are not normal. So, what is the church doing about the whole thing? And I thought Redeem have civic. You see, I don't want to say much, but I want you to listen to what Baba said. How come Redeem is doing contrary to what Baba Adeboye himself? This is what he has to say about rape. And why are they hiding this thing? Why are they trying to cover this thing in the last 2 years? That's what I'm asking everybody that is listening to me. 2 years. The suspension dated 17th of November, this November. And this thing started since, even the father confessed that when the girl was 13 years, at least she's 18 now, that he brought out his manhood himself. You listen to the voice note. He brought out his own manhood for the girl to suck when this particular girl was 13 years. And this is a man they call pastor. You see, this their mass ordination and everything. This is what it will continue to cause. You know, whenever I talk, they will say, Maureen, I want us to listen to what Baba Adeboye have to say, and I will start. You will listen to the pastor, the neighbor. You will listen to some voice note, and you'll be able to know that you see this body of Christ we are talking about. A lot is going on now. And you see the worst part of it is that we have so many of these type of pastors in Redeemed Christian Church of God. They are let loose doing this type of satanic act. Some of them are sleeping with your mother. Some of these pastors are sleeping with your father, with your daughter. Some are sleeping with your own wife. So this is something that affects all of us, and it's better we don't cover it. This is not the first time. You remember the case of a girl in Benin, Edo State, the one they raped on the pulpit inside Redeemed Christian Church of God. You remember? I know some of you remember. You say Uwa. Uwa is her name. Her name is Uwa. This thing happened in Edo State. She was raped right on the altar, and she was raped and killed. This is the result of their mass ordination. You know, when I said it, all of them will say, hey, Maureen, this is the results. Because I see no reason. Because if it were the only the father, even another Redeemed pastor, a head pastor in Redeemed, is their neighbor. He's doing the same thing. He slept with her 3 times. Pastor. I want us to listen to Baba, and after Baba, you will listen to some very, very touching.
My humble opinion about the crime of rape. In my own opinion, there is hardly any crime more grievous than that of rape.
Pastor Mrs. Emovon, did you listen to our Daddy Gio? And you got to know about these things since 2 years ago. You didn't do anything. You were only trying to call the mother to order. When you called the mother and the mother did not do anything, what step did you take as the area mommy?
Maybe with the possible exception of mother. Because when you rape a girl, you put a scar on her. Not only physically, but mentally. A scar that cannot be removed for the rest of her life.
Redeemed Christian Church of God, when Baba said this, said the scars that cannot be removed for the rest of her life. That is not to talk of your own father, your own biological father. And your own mother got to know about it and she didn't do anything about it. And they are trying to talk her in to cover it because of the image of the church. Is the image of this church more important than the life and the soul of this lady? You see, when I continue to say some things, they say, Maureen, you see, tonight I am going to be direct. I am going to be direct. But you see, let's call a spade a spade. Baba is saying one thing here, but in the real thing is another thing they are doing in that church. I know he cannot be everywhere, but at the same time, they are trying to fight to protect his own image.
And I'm telling you, there's no pain that I know of that can compare to the pain of parents whose daughter have been raped.
So in a situation now, a parent whose daughter has been raped, what about a parent that raped her? This is too much. What about the same? Because the parent now, they are the one that perpetrate this satanic abomination acts.
The girl that was raped and killed in Benin happens to be one of my daughters. And I'm telling you, I feel the pain seriously. And I want to put this on record. I want it put on record that both myself and my prayer warriors will not rest in prayer until the perpetrators of this evil are brought to justice. We will cry to the Almighty God, the one who knows all things, to fish out these people. But not only those who raped my daughter and ended up killing her, but everyone who had ever committed rape, particularly in Nigeria and even in all other nations of the world. I will cry to my God, the all-knowing God, to fish them all out so that they will face justice.
So, Baba?
As much as I hate the death sentence, because anyone who is dead cannot be reached for salvation, I think every form of punishment that could be given to a rapist cannot be considered too severe. And so, God helping me, I will keep on crying to God that anyone who will ever think of raping anybody again, the Almighty God will stop them before they can do so, even if He has to take them away from this world to achieve that purpose. And I'm calling on every Christian all over the world Please join me in praying this prayer.
Prayer, you know.
God bless you all.
My people, this is what Pastor Adeboye said during Uwa's case. Now, they have, and they, you know, this is not the only one. There are so many this type of issue, this type of cases that they cover, that they sweep under carpet. This is not, there are so many of them. Their concern most of the time is about the image of the church. What does this church do? They have responsibilities. It is one of their social responsibilities to the society. Not to talk of somebody who belongs to their denomination, not even a daughter to their pastor, not their own daughter. What is this church doing? Instead of them to take action, do you know what they did? Because of the media, because it's already in the media, because it has been exposed already, instead of them to stop this madness, because she reported to the area mommy. That was 2 years ago. The woman got to know about this, but they didn't stop this madness. Until the whole thing degenerate to the level where this girl resorts into taking drugs. Tired of life, looking for how to even take her own life. So, and this church did not do anything. So they only withdrawal of service. Withdrawal of service. Baba cannot, don't tell me, did you find out? Baba got, according to them, maybe Pastor Adeboye got to know in the last 2 months, and this is the withdrawal of service is what they got. Is withdrawal of service the only thing they're supposed to give them? What about the damaged soul? What about the damaged soul? What about that child? If they do what they are supposed to do, this father still rapes her on the 16th of this month. After everything, after they got to know, all they are talking about is the image of the church. Don't drag the name of the church in the bond. What I'm saying is, I'm asking every one of you that is listening to me, is the image of the church more important than the life of that girl? On the course of our investigation, we find out that another ex-Redeemed Christian Church of God pastor did the same thing to her. This time around, the man happens to be her neighbor. The man his name is Pastor Justice Kinney. He lives upstairs on top of their house flat. And she said he told her mom, and mom said, shut up. So listen to what anything of 18, I don't understand anymore. If you are listening to what I call that man, this is what he has to say. Hello, good morning, Mr. Justice.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Yeah, my colleague called you earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, there is this allegation against you. It's involved molestation of one of your neighbor. Her name is Temiloluwa Orekoya. She alleged that you slept with her. Her. You say her. Is it lie or is it true? Is it a lie or is it true?
It's not true.
So there's nothing like that happened between both of you.
There's nothing like that.
She said it 3 times.
He said I slept with her 3 times.
Yes. Are you not a pastor? I learned that you are a pastor.
I'm a pastor.
Are you not a pastor?
I'm a pastor.
Pastor of where?
I was with Trent before with our Redeemed. Before I left to.
You are a pastor of Redeemed Christian Church of God.
I'm not a pastor in Trent. I'm a worker. I'm a minister in Trent now.
But you were a pastor. Is it an assistant pastor with Redeem or
A head pastor.
a head pastor? Which parish?
Place of his presence.
Place of his presence. Is Surulere there?
Yes.
Province what?
Sir, I don't know how we can.
I am asking you now. It will have been better you tell me the truth. It will help you more. Or if you, because we will investigate.
Sir, you have the right to investigate.
Okay.
I've never slept with a girl before.
You know there's a way you will confirm if you slept with her or not. Because if eventually we find there's a way we confirm. We don't mind, but now you are saying you did not.
Sir, I'm telling you the gospel truth. You know how I'm in the church, maybe later. Because
So you are now in Trem. You've left Redeem for Trem. Okay, thank you.
can we discuss later that?
I will call you. I have your number. I will call you. That is one of the pastor, ex-pastor of RCCG, head pastor. You've listened to him himself. He confessed with his own mouth that he is a former head pastor of RCCG. You see, this is so sad that all this type of thing is going on. And the mother, I don't understand though. You need to listen to what she have to say. She reported to her mother. Her mother said, "Shut up. They can't even defend their own daughter. The father abuser, neighbor abuser, others abuser. And what is the church doing about this? They've suspended the father. So what is going to happen? After this suspension, what is next? Because the father himself is a damaged soul. The mother is worst. I want you to listen to this voice note. It will give you...
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Afternoon, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, ma'am.
There's few things I really want to ask you because you say your dad raped you on the 16th of this month.
Yes, that was on Wednesday.
Are you sure?
100%, ma'am.
Are you lying on him?
No?
So he slept with you this Friday, on the 16th?
Yes, he did not go to work.
Okay, he didn't go to work.
Yes, ma'am.
So how did he do it? What happened? Because he said he didn't do it, or he said you are lying.
That very day, he actually said he wanted to talk to me. Because even before then, even before like that 16th, like my mom and my dad did a bit talking, threatening me and all of that, that they are hearing rumors everywhere. I even got to say that my mommy had to say, he will go to jail and he will come back. Nothing will happen. My dad used to say, he's ready, he's going to go to jail and he's going to come back and all of that. So I did not bother to see anything because the pressure was too much. So on that Wednesday, they were actually fixing some things in our house that day. And that day, I was not even in a good mood. I wanted to go out. Then I just decided like, to stay back at home. Then I actually went inside. Then they came to meet me. Then I was not like, I actually figured it in my head and I was like, man, I can't do it and all of that. So yeah, like it actually turned to a argue and everything. I actually had him have his way.
This 16th.
That's fine. It's my everything is still bouncing back on my mom's head. It's all her fault. Because number one, I actually made a statement that I actually don't know how to talk about that. I don't know the best words actually to use for Amata because I feel she's not straightforward in this thing. It's okay.
Okay, your father agreed. He agreed that he didn't rape you. He didn't have penetration. He only finger you. That there was a day you came to him. You said you have a sexual urge. You said you have a. You only use it to rub it on your clitoris. You felt what?
I feel she's not straightforward. My mom is not straightforward on this matter.
They say you are on drug. Your father said you are on drug. Is it true?
Yes, ma, it is true.
So you take cocaine and you smoke too?
No, I only take cocaine. And if I started taking it, you can ask my parents because I cannot just definitely like come up and start taking cocaine. Maybe when you call them, like there are some questions I actually want to ask, or maybe I would, because I actually said I'm going to call them because fine, I am taking cocaine. That is what all of them are shouting. Did they bother to ask what led me into it and everything? And the funniest part also, even when my daddy got to know I was taking cocaine, this man came, he started shouting and everything, and I was like, what's the essence of him shouting? Was it not the one that pushed me into all this? Assuming it did not start and everything, and when I tell my mommy and everything, and she's not paying attention to it, why would I look for another option outside? So I don't really know. Because now my daddy will say, hey, it's because of the cocaine. That means that's why I am saying rubbish. Which one is I am saying? Don't I know what I'm saying, or don't I know my left from my right?
Do you smoke?
No.
Do you drink?
No, ma.
So you only take coke?
Yes, ma.
What did the church, the Redeemed Christian Church, what kind of arrangement do they have with you?
Number one, the arrangement was actually frustrating and annoying. Because first, when they actually got to hear about this issue, like our provincial mom, LP44, she's like a big mommy to me. Like, I go talk to this woman. This woman is the first person on earth. When I went to meet her on this matter, this man actually made me realize that even if my mommy does not believe me, she believes me. And every day when she sees my mommy in church, she do tell my mommy that about them, or shaking from a day, and everything and all of that. Then I did not see anything. So recently, when the matter kept going, I had to like confide in people. This matter has gotten to several places whereby my parents trying to die the matter down. And I wish that when I don't get justice, I don't stop on anything. I get what I want by myself. So I actually confided in a friend. We took the matter to Radio Ibadan. During that period, I left the house. I was in a family friend's place. So the woman actually said she wants to come and see me. I said, no problem. Coming to see me is not the issue, but I don't want you to tell my parents about my whereabouts and all of that. So she came. I even gave the woman actually recorded all what I said. And I also gave the woman the go ahead that she should go and see my parents and she should also play this voice record for them. She said, okay. So later, even when they went to see my mommy, unfortunately, my daddy came back from work with one of my daddy's friends. The scenario they played in front of this man was like, I was the wayward type and all of that. That this man had to return to Ibadan and tell her boss, what's up about your buy? So they wanted to close the case. This was one of their boss that I said no. That I am actually not a small child. And this one I am still insisting on what I am saying. She invites me over. So I came to Ibadan. My parents came. Still, my dad was still denying he did not do anything. He was denying he did not do anything. So I don't know how, like, what they did to him. They said I should actually go inside. My daddy had to confess. They now called me outside. And I played the scenario differently when it happened in a particular time. And my daddy actually said, he actually said it straight. The voice record is without reading about that. He actually slept with me and he did not know what came over me. And I told them, okay, they should even help me ask me one question because that I was crying. I was like, all the places I've been going to and all of that, you were tagging me bad. Okay, now you've confessed. How did you expect me to clear all we have taken this matter to? I cannot just still be going back and say, my daddy has confessed. It doesn't make sense and it's actually annoying and all of that. So right here in Lagos, like Lagos DSVA, they were arguing with Ibadan people that they should bring the case back to Lagos, that the case happened in Lagos, Ibadan should not take anything. So I actually cried that I said, okay, they should help me tell that my big mommy that actually believed in me that, yes, my daddy has confessed and all of that. I'm coming to Lagos. Church calling me, I don't know where to go to. Okay. So there's a particular day church now did meeting over me. I actually went that day. They were like, yes, what my daddy did was not right. But they said I needed justice because one, this man has actually spoiled my life. Second, they made me like go into drugs and all of that. Okay, fine. Those pastors that actually annoyed me saying that do I know that I'm a child of the master, I should let everything go, that everything that will make me speak out, the names of those pastors will be dragged in the mud and the name of Pastor Adeboye. And I was like, I don't really care. Because first, when I brought this issue to all of you people, all of you actually said I was lying and all of that. Why is it that now the truth is out? See, people are trying to cover it. I am not going to agree and everything. They were like, okay, I should let everything go. So it's not as if maybe I am rude and everything. I decided to let all sleeping dog lie. I did not see anything. But under that, I was like, yes, I know what to do. Then it continued. Then recently, when it got to Alausa people started calling me. My mommy was like, who is calling you? So they actually invited my dad. No, they said I should come to Bariga. I told the Alausa people that I can't go to Bariga because I'm this type of person. Before I do my things, I do wait on the schedule that I knew this was going to happen because everything that would actually make me go to Bariga, my parents are going to close that case over there. And I told those Alausa people, I don't want to go to Bariga. They said Bariga is the nearest place for me to go because I'm too small to come to Alausa. I said, no problem. I went to Bariga. They invited my parents over. My daddy actually took a lawyer. They actually brainwashed me. I should withdraw the case. I should do everything. I should withdraw the case. Do I know that my life is at stake? Do I know that if they should go to jail and if they should come back, it's not going to be my father again and things will not be right with me? I did not even say it. So I was receiving pressures from here and there. We went to Bariga. They had to close the case with 150. No, they said that I should pay 500,000. So they brought the body back down to 150,000. My daddy had to pay 120,000. So they closed the case. Those Bariga people now had to tell my parents that they should seize my sin, so Alausa people would not be able to reach me again and again. And I was like, what's the meaning of all this? Even all this woman that don't follow me to Canada, Bobby Akin Taylor, Sister Haye, go all of them. It's even got to say that all of them said like, say me, am I a bastard? Everybody has spoken to me. I don't want to. I was like, it's not a matter of I don't want to. Yeah, what I am actually saying is about my future. Because when it comes to the next future, when I want to marry, all of them will be dead. Who will be able to defend me that yes, this was what my daddy did, this was this. I'm talking about my future and all of that. All of them tend to like insult that maybe borrow and all of that. I did not say anything. So the pressures were getting too much to the extent that, well, in the aspect of drugs, I say I find comfort in it. Actually, it has consequences, yes, because at that particular time, and even during that period, Then I spoke to Uncle Wale and everything because my mommy started to say, yes, people do call me, and she was like, who were you talking to and all of that. Then the awful ones, I'll just come out of my mouth. Yeah, she don't blame me. She made the thing so carry now, at the job, dead bed delay, and all of that, and all of that. I was like, wow. Then, yeah, even before I actually took the case up, I actually like figured out, okay, maybe you people want to close the case, then I actually pay back in my own coin. I actually tend to like I just actually look for something that I know that could hurt my mommy more than ever. That yes, I'm actually going through this particular type of pain, and she doesn't care. She doesn't feel it. That yes, okay, I started taking her money and all of that. Everything I did, I saw still. This man will talk, she will cry. Still, it's not still affecting her. Then I said, okay, no problem. Then I decided to take the case up. So it was recently my mom and my dad had to come, like, do another meeting on my dad was my problem. Now my mom even had to say the station. But the second to my shelly. But everything was like, if he's going to go to jail and he's going to come out and everything. So somebody that actually was that like they were not. I know that it might come out and not realize his mistake, or it might come out more other than that. I said that's none of my business.
But my concern is just simple. After all this, your father still slept with you on the 16th, yes, and is denying it.
I don't know why he is denying it, because actually when they actually told me that he
this is serious, so
to call him and just tell him what if his head. I was like, no, let me calm down. This is step by step. To the extent that his uncle actually, his brother actually had to call me today. This man was like, I want him but baby. I want his so everything for me if I go. I was like, what kind of be at the back of her? Like, fine, my daddy is over 50 and this man will soon die. Nobody's even considering that, yes, I am just starting my future. All of you are after that my daddy should not go to jail. And this man had to start telling me multiple words on the phone that if my daddy should go to jail, he bets that he's going to, I'm going to regret it. More or less like a trend that, my family, or I was just like, well, all those what you are saying, all I just want is justice. That is just what I am after.
This is a serious matter. Because I spoke with your mom, your daddy even has a element of truth your mom doesn't have. Your mom said you are a liar, you are a troublesome daughter, you are a wayward daughter. They said you.
I'm talking to the fact of aborting.
This is how the woman aborted.
In that aspect. I just wish I can actually do a voice note and send to her, then she should give me a reply. Then this day when we went to,
she said she didn't take it to any hospital for abortion, no.
She took me to this woman, Mommy Laulu. This woman is a nurse.
Okay.
So they asked me that they gave me a pill, a white pill. They said I should put it under my tongue.
Pastor's wife and a pastor of RCCG aborting. Make una hear. Okay, go ahead.
Ma'am?
They said you should put it under your tongue.
Under my tongue, to the extent that I was having serious stomach ache. When I came home that very day, my mommy actually said I should not tell my daddy that we went to this type of place. That if my daddy should ask, I should tell him menstrual pain. So that very day, my daddy, there's this particular woman in the next house. She's like a grandma. They were like, and my daddy was like, because I'm this sort of person, I have a sweet tooth. I love eating Ijepuja and all of that. It was like, Ijepuja to Jekiri and Dubo, the Kiriko. It's not God when that stage, it was getting out of hand. Like, I did not get myself, I was just screaming my tummy. My mommy had to tell this particular woman that she will live Bombadil around with General Hospital. So I was like, when it comes to this abortion, why is my mommy? She took me to that place 2 different times. Like, why is she now lying? She did not do abortion.
Twice.
I don't wish I can do a voice note to her and say twice.
The mother had to abort for her twice for her own father. Along RCCG. So this abortion thing was twice, not once.
It was twice. So I don't know. I like, okay, fine, yes. Like, what is even like making me get annoyed in this? Or to the country daddy be my son, or to the country mommy be my son, and they tell. So I don't just really understand. Even my elder sister too. That one too is just making matter worse and everything. Well, it's not their fault. I would say it's not their fault, but I would not just say anything.
I spoke with your elder sister too. So because I spoke with her, I spoke with your mom, I spoke with your dad, and remained 2 or 3 pastors that I'm going to speak with. This is a serious matter. I don't even know where to start. So
because what is even actually annoying me in this matter, I have seen series of cases whereby redeemed pastors tend to sleep with their daughter, and this matter actually.
Did you hear this thing? Did you hear her? Did you hear her? Did you hear? She has seen some cases whereby redeemed pastors, they slept with their own daughter. Egba mi o. Egbo ni. Now let me dey hear her. Make I rewind am. It seems nobody is. Did you hear? Am I the only one?
To go on air. The matter, but why is it that these pastors, I can easily mention those pastors' names. Yes, it's just that.
So you have redeemed pastors that sleep with their children too. Like
it's actually going on the head now. But why is it that my daddy case is different? They don't want my daddy's issue to go on the head. I want to know the reason. Why are they saying I should keep quiet? I should not talk. I should not jam their name inside the box. That's what was getting me angry. Because when I brought this issue to all of you, all of you actually stood at my daddy back that yes, he did not do it. Now the truth has come out. Yes, he did it. Why are you all that saying I should not like make the matter go live? And that is the reason. That's what is making me get angry in this matter. And I was still telling Okuwale that like at this type of person, you can ask for me from my home. Anything I want, I get it at all costs. I told him that if they should sweep this matter under the carpet in this particular place, I will still continue till I get my justice, because it's only justice that can make me fight, because this one has actually damaged the laws. And it seems all of them they don't even know what they are doing, because they're just making someone feel irritated. Oh, yes, fine. Yes, I'm a rude girl and all of that. Yes, I know I'm a rude girl. But when they are not placing things right, why would I stand up to like face my mommy and tell her like, I'm this sort of person? If you ask my mommy, I don't care. I do tell her whenever she's not doing things right, I tend to talk sense inside, because I've seen series of cases maybe whereby a daughter stand like talk to the mommy, ask the mommy will actually like sit down and rephrase her. But I've done this countless times. It seems my mommy, I don't understand. She's not even making a move, or she's not moved on. I don't even really understand what's going on. I don't at all. I don't. Because like even going to the fact, even this Radio Ibadan woman, I think she's also an accomplice, because I don't even get almost. The woman actually has started calling me since Saturday that she has been hearing series of cases that I should like, okay, that live video that went today. The woman actually called me ASAP that she saw this video. I was like, before I had to call on Kuwale now. When people told me you will do something without my, this radio woman had to start shouting that, why on earth will I grant anybody interview without telling her? So I noticed me confiding in this woman and telling her she's actually giving my parents secret at the back, because as like last week, my daddy had to make the statement that Radio Ibadan woman OTF baby. Then the next thing my mommy did was she actually gave my daddy eye that my daddy should not talk. Then my daddy kept quiet. But they don't know me. I had actually catch the scope. I had actually heard what my dad said. So I don't even know. Rising from the facts, yes, my daddy is none of my business. Or why is my mommy behaving like this? That's what I don't understand about Okolo baby. I need to know. Because this thing is actually annoying and getting someone pissed off. Why would somebody get with this type of matter? Tell her she will come and start telling people about. Then if she's not ready, if she knows she doesn't want me to rule, she should put right things in places, and she should do what a mother is meant to do for her daughter.
Okay, thank you, because you honestly, I really want to confirm. Your mother was telling me, no, she's a liar, oh, she's this, oh, because I said, but this girl said that this man slept with her on the 16th of November. Is this, oh, okay, thank you.
already, if she knows she doesn't want me to rude, she should put right things in places, and she should do what a mother is meant to do for her daughter.
Okay, thank you, because you honestly, I really want to confirm. Your mother was telling me, no, she's a liar, oh, she's this, oh, because I said, but this girl said that this man slept with her on the 16th of November. But the woman said no, that your father said he never penetrates, he never enter you. All he has ever done is to put his manhood at the entrance. When you came to him shouting that you want sex, that was when she tried to calm you down, to caution you, calm you down, counsel you that you are not supposed to be having sex with him as your father.
To the fact that he came to meet me, he is actually saying two statements here. I wish you can call this radio woman and you should listen to the voice note he said in Ibadan. It is actually different from what he is telling you. He never mentioned that I came to meet him.
That is what he said. He said there was a day. He said he fingered you when he wanted to test whether you are, because he realized that you are wayward, you were going up and down, people were sleeping with you, and he realized that you had to test whether you are still a virgin or not. That was when he now fingered you.
Yes, fine. If it's in the aspect of finger, yes, I can, yes. Let's just say yes, okay, fine. It's actually bad, but I can even actually.
But who disvirgin you?
That was a period. I actually don't know.
No, wait. Is it your father that disvirgin you or another person?
He was the one.
Your father was the one that disvirgin you?
Mama, please let me check my diary.
Okay.
But my diary is at home. My diary is at home.
We really want to know, because now he's saying if he's the one that disvirgin you, that means he had penetration. So he said this thing happened when you were 13 years. That you were just 13 years, he came back from church one day and he brought out his manhood and he said you should
sew. Number one, I would actually cancel down at the line. One, because what he actually told, Mark, can I send this Ibadan woman to you? I wish you can listen. If they can, I don't know if they want to send you the voice note. They actually recorded it on what he said. Because what he's actually telling you is different from what he said at Ibadan.
So he admitted in Ibadan that he slept with you?
Yeah, that is it. It is even in the letter. Yeah, it is the letter. I have to go to Ikeja today.
Can you send the letter to me?
I've given it to you because in the letter they wrote he claimed to have done that to confirm her head. There's an audio recording to support this. It was further alleged that it defiled her.
Okay.
I wish you can listen to that voice because what the main scenario that acted when he brought out his manhood, it was on my uncle's wedding, and my mommy can testify to this. If you should
during your uncle's wedding, was it he started sleeping with you before your uncle's wedding, or
the day he fingered me was before my before my uncle's wedding. But the day he brought out his manhood, which I bluntly refused that I can never do, it was on my uncle's wedding. That's 2018.
2018 to now is okay.
4 years.
So after that, he started sleeping with you?
Yes, after that, he started sleeping with me. Because what he's actually saying is actually making me get annoyed. Number one, it was on my uncle's wedding when we came back. Fine, that was what he said at Ibadan. Secondly, he also told those Ibadan people that he actually slept with me. And even one of my friends, I had because Ibadan people really helped me a lot on this case. Why? Because my former SIM that my mom seized before she gave me this current SIM, they had to go to like Airtel office to print out all my conversation.
Okay.
Right from the time I've been using the SIM. So I told them that, okay, they should check that book. Like, when last did I call this girl? They said, I've spoken to this girl like 4 months ago, back then when we were in school. I said, okay, and I called that girl in. I even called the girl in front of Mr. Okwale today again, and I made that statement. It was that girl that actually paved the way, because this girl is actually my close friend. She's actually always coming to our house, and anytime she's coming to our house, She don't always see me. My junior brother will actually tell her she's in my daddy with her room. And anytime I tend to come outside, I'm always not in a good mood. It was that girl that had to shed light on the matter at Ibadan when I called her. Anytime I go to Temi's house, oh man, to buy jade buy. So that it was that statement that girl said. They had to tell my daddy that he has to confess and all of that before my daddy had to confess and everything. But what he's telling you and what he said in Ibadan was another thing, and what he's telling you now is another thing. That is actually what is getting me annoyed and pissed off. Maybe you should call that Ibadan home. I'll be really happy if they can send you the audio record. You should now listen to it and relate it to what he said to you.
Wow. But why is he lying at this stage? Because even Redeem believe he did it.
Redeem believed he did it. He told Redeem that we did it. On his letter now, the letter they sent to him that they removed him as a pastor. They said it that I think they wrote the subheading. They wrote agree that you defiled your daughter. Like investigators were carried. I think you saw. Investigations were carried and really you defiled your daughter. He did not deny the aspects there in front of those pastors.
Okay.
It was actually said the truth. It was when he said the truth that yes, it's fair to say. That was where those pastors had to start begging me that I should just let everything die down like that. I should not bother to like escalate more than this. That I'll have to drag Pastor Adeboye matter. I have to drag Pastor Adeboye in the mud. I'll have to drag others in the mud and everything.
This is serious, so that's fine.
Okay, ma. Thank you, ma.
This is serious, so my brother.
Hello, ma. Sherry, there is something. Tell me if you there was a guy, pastor in CAC. So, remember me sharing inverter. He came to my house. I was so disturbed. Because side of the go along base lady. And I showed him at that picture like Bishop Mama. Money pastor and so long money no. So that's why one pictures in yellow. I could the pastor connect the your picture on his birthday. But when I won't more a pastor who need any yet money so much for a while when let go. But when my delay to my pay me. If I don't confirm for me, only pay pastor who let to like that day, and people go almost. If that is Jew pay, own shake, I look up, but won't be pay. The Bible is drag that day, come out, not pay as a remo. Oh my God, so for me, only pay this thing, me only pay maybe is generational cost to them. All that bureau that you can work, boy, uncle can work pay, oh, from my loan. So be someone be my happy all of be my abroad that day from more to be don't try to be no follow to be more.
Our family yẹn tún lé o.
Okay, ever pé tí ẹ bá nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ń parọ́ ọmọ lójú ẹ̀ pé bó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ àìsíṣàlẹ̀ ọmọdé ṣe àkókò máa fẹ́ ya wèrè ni nǹkan tó lead ọmọ ẹ̀ dé di drug nìyẹn ó ti fẹ́ yí lórí ni. Ẹ̀mí àgbàlagbà gan tí bá sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ bá ń parọ́ mọ́ mi lójú mi wọ́n padà pé kí n gbé nǹkan mi in that moment ni.
Kò sí wàhálà.
Màá sẹ́ni lẹ́tà tó gbàgbọ́ ní ìsìn bóyá ń bọ̀ lọ́nà sí ó ya láwùsá.
Mo mọ̀ pé kò parọ́ because nǹkan tó mú bàbá ẹ̀ sọ bàbá ẹ̀ jẹ́wọ́ díẹ̀ náà kò kàn fẹ́ jẹ́wọ́ tán ni you know.
Now okay kí ló lè mú bàbá tó mú o sọ pé tó pọ́nmọ́ ní sexual urge o wàá gbé sínú mọ́tò kò gbé lọ sí hospital for help.
Ó wá yọkó ẹ síta olóòfin okó ròyìn dì.
Ẹ wá fi ń pa ojú ara ẹ̀.
Irọ́ ló pa.
Irọ́ ni ìlọ́mọdé bí nínú.
From my calculation, from my investigation, bàbá ẹ̀ bá sùn, ìyá ẹ̀ kàn make things difficult ni. Welcome back, everybody. I don't know what to say. Oh, you've all listened to little. Oh, we still have some deep. But I'm going to open this line. From what you've listened to so far, do you think the image of the church, because all they are trying to do, they are trying to cover up, they don't want her to talk because of RCCG name. And this girl is going through, and this man did not stop. Because if the father did not stop, you can imagine living under this type of parents, and your mother cannot help you. Your father continued to abuse you. The church refused to do what they're supposed to do. Is this Christianity? She cried out. Did you listen to what she said about the pastors and everything and the arrangement Redeemed Christian Church of God they are trying to put in place? They want her to shut up and to continue. No therapy, no rehabilitation, nothing whatsoever. So all they are trying to do is that keep quiet, and because of the name of the church, boom, psychologically you are she's damaged. I don't know the type of Christianity we are talking about here. I do not understand the God we are praying to. If the church cannot save you, this is a member of RCCG. They can't do anything. And they said they have drug unit, rehabilitation, whatever. So what are they trying to rehabilitate? Kò yé mi o. Because I'm asking everybody, what is your opinion about this? What is the way out? For once, let me just put it to everybody. She's in safe custody because we cannot continue to allow her to be under that house since Redeemed did not do what they are supposed to do. Because the mother, she's not helping her. The father is abusing her. Not trying to terminate the image of you. Which kind of image? Which kind of image? Is their image? The life of this guy is more important than the image they are trying, the fake image they are trying to protect. I want to use this opportunity to thank one of us, one of our mommy that rise up to the occasion. She offer her accommodation and do the needful. God bless you, ma. Heaven will reward you. This is what Redeemed Christian Church of God is supposed to do. In a situation like this, they said they investigate. Which kind of investigation? Because of their image. They suspended the father without, and they left that girl in their custody. Do you know that if Redeemed Christian Church of God will have done something before on the 16th, the November 16th world will not occur. They still allow that girl to continue to suffer in the hands of her own father. But because of their own image, they quickly sent a letter on the 17th and they didn't address the foundation of that problem. This is sad. This is un-Christ-like. This is totally wrong. A little girl, an underage, came to area mommy. A 16-year-old girl came to their area mommy to tell her that my father is doing this thing to me. What is her? And you still allow that type of man to mount the pulpit, to still be a pastor under you. And this thing continue for 2 solid years. It is unfair. Oh. The girl needs justice. And we will try all we can do. She will get justice. You can't run away, all of you. If I those two, because there's another pastor again. Another ex-head pastor of RCCG again. Their neighbor again. Today is not his own day. Today is not his own day. But I just want every one of you that is listening to me to hear this. There are so many people who are dying because of the image of this church. There are so many people who are going through a loss because they are trying to cover the image. What kind of image? What kind of image is bigger than the Christ that died for us? Do you think this is Christianity? Is there any empathy in this? Is there any love in this? They need to do something. Baba said that there should be justice. That's what Pastor Adeboye said. Now we have a case in our hand. Can't they do the same thing? The only concern is this image. This image that, does God even recognize and know this image they are talking about? I know that it's good all this thing is happening now, so that all of us will begin to understand that, you see, this image, this lie they continue to sell for us. Hello, good evening, ma. You're welcome to the show.
Good evening. Good evening, my topic is.
How are you, ma? Happy Sunday. You've listened to all the voice notes. Do you think the image of RCCG is better, is bigger and better than the life of this soul?
No. What they are supposed to do is what you and that lady did, taking her out, and other children should be taken out. How do we know that he has not done the same thing to the senior sister, to the other siblings? How do we know? We are not too sure. Yes, the other sister might not want to say anything. She might be scared. Fine. Look at this other girl too. She was scared. Look at the time she came out. So we don't know what happened to the senior sister and other siblings, even the boy, because some people do it with boys and girls. And I believe, you see, we've been saying it. This is just
one of it, because there are, you know what that girl said? She said there are a lot of redeemed pastors that are sleeping with their own daughters. Did you listen to her?
I did, and I believe that is the case, and that is why because all of them want crowd in their church. They want crowd. So maybe wherever they went to, they told them, this is what you are supposed to do. You know, these juju people tell them things that unthinkable things to do. So they will do it, and some of them will not do it, all because of fame, all because of they want this church, everybody to know their church. Recognition, that's what they are doing. I believe this girl from day one, from the day I heard her, I believe her. And I know most people on this platform believe her. There are so many of them, not just RCCG. We've been talking about all these fake pastors. They think we are lying. But thank God, the time has come. That's why God placed you, Maureen Badejo, to do this job, because you are doing a fantastic job. Ignore whatever they say. You know, I always say, just ignore whatever people say and continue the good work. This girl has suffered a lot. Mentally, she has suffered.
You finish her.
Not just this. What about, with her peers? She can't, every one of us, we're all women. Every one of us wants, hey, the first person that is inviting me is this person, is that person. She will not be proud to say it, that it's her father that did this to her. We're all women, for crying out loud. We grew up. It's like we all have stages. You have stages that you talk with your friends. This is what is happening with me and my new boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. She can't say any of these things because it was done by her father. Whatever the father said, whether he penetrated or did not penetrate, what he did was totally wrong. Whether just putting the penis there or just saying, suck my mouth is unheard of. You should not be doing this to your own child, not to any child. For crying out loud, there are different women that you can go up to. He has a wife in that house. Why must he go to his daughter? Why? There are so many girls out there that will listen to him. Why his daughter? Why children? Why girls? So this is, and some people are writing rubbish so that you should not talk, and this thing should continue. Because we've kept quiet. That's why this thing has, continued. And some other people will say, if this pastor can do it, me too, I can do it. If this pastor can do it, me too, I can do it. That is what is happening. And you are saying we should not talk. Please continue this job. God has given you this job. Please, just continue. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Good night. I don't know what to say, but I'm calling out to Redeemed Christian Church of God. This is totally unacceptable. It is totally wrong. It's against the word of God. It's against the will of God. Your image is not important. Your image is not more important than the soul of this lady. Haba. And you and all of you in them, you all have your own children. So your image is the most important thing than the life of this daughter. And Pastor Adeboye said, anybody that commits rape, you listen to what he said. So you guys will say A and do another thing. If we talk now, Maureen don't come again. But we will continue to talk. We will continue to talk. In as much as you people continue to do the wrong thing, we will continue to call you guys out. We will continue to call you guys out. You suspended the father. And what is next? Instead of, and you suspended the father because of your image, and you left that guy in his custody again, and he continued the molestation. So what have you done? Nothing. So the church only tried to cover the whole thing because at the end of the day, and this thing has been going on in the last 2 years. You didn't do anything. It is unfair. I don't understand this work of God that all of you guys are doing, and this is the result of your mass ordination. I will continue because you put it's because of this business strategy of a thing. I will continue to say, you see the effect of your business strategy when God did not call some people, you put them in the wrong places. You can see it. The two redeemed pastors abuse this girl. It is unfair. It is totally wrong. The life of this girl is more important than the image of the church. Even if you don't want to make noise out of it, why don't you rehabilitate that girl? Why don't you take that girl out of? Because this is what is your? I don't understand what they are saying. So all this, you have this, you have that, is just for media propaganda. Because this is a clear case. Because this is totally wrong. I expected after your investigation to address the main issue. I don't know who in that committee that left the main issue to address only the image of the church and tell her to shut up and allow the father to continue to molest and abuse her. Even another pastor, a redeemed pastor, ex-redeemed pastor, a head pastor, is doing the same thing to her in the same compound. She's not safe in that house. So she has two pastors abuse her in one building. A child she just turned 18. I don't know. So thank you, everyone. I have to go. But have it at the back of your mind. If the Lord is laying into your heart, because some of you have, we take it step by step. But it would have been better if RCCG do what they're supposed to do as a church. So sad. I always come here, I say, Redeem always try. Either we like it or not, they are still one of the one that has human face among all the churches, because whenever you talk about them, they put their house in order. Whenever you talk about them, they put their house in order. But I'm shocked why this one, they refuse to do what they're supposed to do. So sad. The few ones that have come out to talk about them, they've always go back to their drawing board and put it in order. I hope they will do the same thing. Because this is sad. This is a girl that passed her WAEC, that passed her JAMB. Very smart girl. She's going to write her post UME. She's going to do so many things. And I don't know. Good night, everyone. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for everything. Please remember her in your prayer. I can tell everyone she's in a safe place. She's okay. She's not where they will abuse her. And as time goes on, we update and we want justice. That we want justice. We'll get justice. All of them. All of them. All of them. But I don't want to go into that because the most important thing is her life, her security is more important to me than every other thing. So thank you, everyone. Good night.